Always remember, guys, not only always remember the 5th of November, but always remember that the narcissist is a liar. Okay. So never give them a second chance. Never give them a third. And don't even get with one. Don't go near these people. Okay. So I've suffered a spiritual warfare all night. I'm living with people like I'm a 2-year-old, which is great. I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful. I'm going to go have a coffee. I'm going to be grateful for that too. Once I can get the energy that's been sent to me all night, probably with Illuminati rituals, probably again with malignant, overt, covert Jezebel, grandiose, the narcissists in their down low secret fucking societies, the people that have killed gays for coming out of the closet and laughing at them. Hee, what a faggot. The people that mock truth speakers. And again, remember, the face you have right now at the age of 50 is what you deserve. You deserve it because you're the creator of your life, narcissist. So for those of you that decided to hop on board the not hoe train, but the gang stalking train as a predator, and think that you're going to get away with it. If you think it's very funny that people go to a cop shop because they can't call on their phone, so they go with their bags and then get fucking torn apart by psychopaths with the face I have right now. If you ever molest me again in my sleep, remember, I just looked up what sexual assault was. And I have a screenshot of it. And sexual assault is anything of penetration when somebody said no. So would that not actually go with the government rape bot? So again, remember, I have the frequencies that prove everything I'm talking about. And there's one that actually says a rape bot for men and women going into your genitalia. And I feel it all night long, whether it's a form of human trafficking or not. Remember, I've also called for human trafficking about this. And they said, unless you have the John's name and you know that the John's on top of you or bringing you places, then you can report it. Much like with Constable Beer, St. Thomas Police yesterday. Unless you have black and blue bruises, I can't start a file for you. This is how disgusting our world is. And they wonder what's going on right now. How many RCMP officers with sexual misconduct, drugs, humiliation rituals for people, like the Ram truck driver, the cop in London outside of the Comfort Inn a couple weeks ago, very much pulling somebody over into the Comfort Inn to take a picture, go give them a ticket. And then the guy was rolling up his window as the officer stood with his cell phone to take a picture of him. And the guy getting the ticket was rolling up his window. We're going to let these Jocko motherfuckers take over our lives, our phones, our genitals. Jezebel, Jocko, misogynist, hoes, bros. Because I'm telling you right now, the energy I'm in right now is really reminding me of my divine masculine. I'm actually talking like him right now, aren't I? And I made a video a couple weeks ago on my friend's porch where I am too, with people watching me in my phone. And then I had to delete 300 videos on my phone just to make a new one. Those videos are gone permanently now. Half of them didn't even get up on my YouTube channel. And you know why? Hold on a sec. This is why. Because truth is treason in the empire of lies, an Orwell quote. What was Trump trying to do with Orwell shit? His stuff's not shit, but Trump shit. The narcissists are shit. I couldn't put a video up on my channel because I'm talking like somebody right now. So that offends the jealous, envious people of a real love story. You know what? I called them yesterday from a fucking Bell payphone in a Freshco. I did. And I left a message, and it's 50 cents for anyone else out there who can't use their own phone as a sovereign being to call somebody. It's 50 cents. I thought it was a quarter. But that's the first Bell payphone. It's in St. Thomas in a Freshco. And I got these Predators that fucking were like a candy man and the Scooby Snacks guys from like 8 years ago. I haven't touched a drug, but all night long I'm being raped in the bed. No is a complete fucking full sentence. And to the narcissist that thought they were so entitled and so intellectual, you should know what no means. Because you're gonna be crying and screaming, no, 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 when I slap you all with the biggest lawsuit of your fucking life. And you know what? You're not gonna be able to call it in this time. Here comes the sun. Do you see? Do you see how aligned I am with purpose, integrity, and value? Although you've made me look like I'm sitting around all day in a friend's house like a bunker, much like what I said about narcissists. Oh, they usually go home. They usually go to their moms to sleep, or they go recycle old friends. So again, the switch around, right? 555, it just was on the timer. That is new blessings and new everything coming my way. And again, the sun's coming out. So goodbye, narcissist. It's never namaste with you creatures. It's stay the fuck out of my phone and out of my way. And one more thing quick. If I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's doesn't have DNA in the bank right now, that's going to be a here comes the sun even more. That's going to be a criminal charge for his lawyer, because I was standing in the courthouse years ago, and the last I looked when I went to go give him a peace bond in his file in the courthouse is something from 2015. When I'm proving there's a EMF explosive charge from 2020, how many more people's houses has he broken into? How many more people has he sexually assaulted or attacked? So if that's on his lawyer now, I'll refrain from using his lawyer's name right now, right? But everybody knows who he uses as his lawyer. I was standing there the day with the charges with another beautiful blonde woman in London, Ontario, Canada. And I remember it's something like broke into her grandma's house, maybe with a bottle of fucking booze, invited himself in, barged in. That's called breaking into somebody's house. And I can't remember anything else, but I'm sure it was worse, probably with all the other charges in somebody's file, that I recall his lawyer specifically saying, you have to have DNA in the bank. I was standing with him when he called his mom and his dad, crying and nervous like this. Got off the charges, so a narcissist can't be grateful today. They're always just looking for how to get out of what they've done to people, man. That's it. And they keep getting away with it. But not this time, man. It's not going to be happening. Look at the sun. Look closer, narcissist. It's going to blind you, man. And I am the voice for the voiceless. And I very much was standing there that day. So I do remember what his lawyer said. I also remember his lawyer back when I was being charged with my situation from work and another abusive man. When I went to jail for 4 hours for assault with a weapon, an electric toothbrush. And then the universe, very much like now, they helped me. They helped me clear the charges. And the narcissist I was living with said, again, like the cop yesterday, the face, I don't get it. What's changing for you? I had to go to changing ways. And then the universe, because I learned all my lessons, they helped me. So it is very much as above, so below. But you're not going to believe it when you're stuck in a low dimension on blow. Drug-free living, sober living, celibate living. Because you don't want these monsters grow stinky ass, shitty energy. Again, like tag you're it, and then they can give you whatever they want. But you didn't want it. Did you get it? Remember, fucking a narcissist is a dead lay. There's no love. You might as well seriously masturbate. And I haven't been able to do that for years either because I've had the watchers on me. So do you know how creepy that is? So no house, no food, no shelter until I called a friend. Because again, the hotel yet had food. I paid for everything. When I called any shelter to help me in London, Ontario as a targeted individual, what's your name? My birth name, I say. No beds. Every time I go somewhere, like yesterday, it started out good at the counter with the cops. I say my name, and then I got humiliated and attacked. But I wasn't humiliated. I was disgusted. And then I saw a hawk from the universe. So my message right now out there to everybody is, why was this lawyer standing at the board when my name was there and then looked over at me, acknowledging that he's met me before? And if I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's does not have that DNA in the bank, then the justice system is more screwy and more criminals than I thought. But remember, it is the fire horse year, so it is the year of good cheer for those that will not, and I repeat, will not be sitting there trying to enter fucking fear. So I will repeat again, if that guy does not have DNA in the bank, I was standing right there the day when he called in, his mom and dad know too. Because again, he was scared fucking shitless. So never forget where you are today on the planet. We are going to keep rising above abuse, above violence, above rape bots inside of us by the government, drones hovering around, privacy breaches everywhere I go for the people even I'm living with, but I can't tell them because nobody understands because they're not awake. And now I've had a fucking Mary meltdown. And I'll say a Mary meltdown because that was the mother that raised me. Her name was Mary. She didn't raise me at all. They never taught me one fucking thing. And so speaking of DNA, I'd like to actually go to a court of law and get some DNA samples going to make sure I know who the fuck my real parents are, okay? And I'm actually sick of not being able to call a lawyer. I'm sick of it all. And you know what? I'm just actually downright disgusted that I should be living my best life right now. My Reiki course, teaching, because remember, I don't work for the government, right? I had a failed back surgery and I couldn't do the job. I wouldn't want to work with such corrupt people anyway. So it actually was a blessing in disguise, something I had to pay out of my own wallet for again, right? Narcissist article that I spent 2 hours writing on my phone a couple of years ago, gone in thin air by some junkie in my fucking phone, whether it was a family member or not. And I can call a junkie anyone because a junkie to me is a narcissist. And so it doesn't mean that if you're on drugs or not, I don't give a fuck. You're a junkie. Because you're trash. So you're junk. You know, when you're cleaning up your room, you just throw it away. Pick up one small thing today to put it away. Like if you have clutter in your house, it's like that. But this time you're putting away the narcissist for good because they're junk. Throw it in the junk pile. And it's not something you can donate. Very much like when I went to Atlosha in London, Ontario, Canada, the day I brought down 6 bags in a fucking Uber and a big, big man was standing with tattoos, dominating it so that a place where I donate to every month for years. And I'm not boasting about it because I'm not looking to take a picture and be like, I donate here. I'm saying it because that was the place where I chose to want to donate. I didn't want to donate at fucking Value Village or goddamn Goodwill. I like shopping at Goodwill though. And I have Goodwill. I hope the other people do too. And the narcissist didn't ruin that for you. I will not be bullied. I will not have a hate crime going on in my life where somebody gets to dominate over those people. And look at the sun again. The big man made the woman tell me that I couldn't donate my clothes there and took away from families. 1333 on the timer, took away from families. Those families needed it more than anybody. And the poor woman had to tell me, well, you can take them to Goodwill. I had to Uber back around because somebody hated me. I had to Uber back around to go to Value Village back by my old house. I'd already donated to them 2-3 weeks before I brought down 6 bags. This time I had the best of saved for last that now had to go to Junkie Value Village, which actually doesn't help diabetes. They actually upsell the fucking market. Do you get it? Sometimes people have a personal choice of where they want to donate to, and it's really nobody's fucking business. I also picked Share a Meal for farm women. I forget which country right now because I don't have the app on my phone, but I'll look it up. Farming women that couldn't afford food for themselves because they were giving away their farming food to young children. That's what I picked. That's my choice. Now, was somebody going to come on my app now and say I couldn't donate there anymore? I've been doing it for years. Sometimes people do things and they don't have to tell anybody. Do you get it? Sometimes people are private. Most people like to be private. I do, but not for abuse. Not when I know the whole universe and the ancestors are on my fucking back right now to make me heal louder, so that the people that are silently suffering because of these fucking idiocy monsters with their egoic false self. You don't fucking own me, and you don't own the people that you took away their clothes that day. How dare you stand in my way or her way? Namaste.